Welcome back to my training session Learn with me. Today we are going to talk about a very important topic of CPI component called router. Okay, what is a router? The router is a very important point which divert the messages based on some rule. Okay, as you see it is in the picture. You receive an incoming message. That message is routed to a different person based on some rule. Okay, what is that rule? Rule means you are going to read some parameter inside that incoming message, and based on that parameter you will decide to whom this message should be delivered to. Okay, that is happening in the routing. That is happening in the routing component of the CPI. Okay, so now see this message, see this diagram. So in the incoming message you will get some detail, for example a purchase order detail. Okay, once the purchase order is received, the router will decide based on the price it is quoted. Based on the price quoted, it will be sent to a person for approval. Okay, so that routing is taken care at this place. Okay, so by definition we can say that CPI router is a very important component in SAP CPI landscape. It acts as a central hub. Okay, it acts as a central hub, routing between various systems or various recipients or various applications in an efficient way based on some rules. Okay, so what it does is effectively it does two things. One is it receives an incoming message. It receives an incoming message and direct it to a intended person. Directed to an intended person based on some predefined rule that we defined in the routing path. That is one way. That is, you receive a message, read the parameter. Based on the parameter, you find out the rule. Based on the rule path, it will go to the destination. The second is receiving a message. It read the parameter, find out the path to whom it should be sent to, but it will not send the message as it is. It may do some manipulation on the message, or we will call it as message transformation. So this message will be transformed into a different message which will be accepted by the recipient. Okay, this is what we are going to see it in the CPI now. So just go back to the flowchart again. So this is a flowchart. I will receive a message. I will define the router. I will define the path. Each path will have some rules. Apart from that, one path will be a default path, which will not have any rule. If that is apart from the rules. Okay. So this is what we are going to see it now in the screen. Let me go to BTP now, and I will show you an exercise. Okay, well, we are now in the CPI screen. Now I will show you how the router can be implemented in the iFlow. Okay, you can see that screen. So before going to that, I will explain what is the case I am going to take up. So this is my input message, which contains the list of support tickets. Okay, sorry. This is the input message which I have a list of support tickets. In these support tickets, I am going to route it to a different supporting person based on the type of the ticket. For example, you are having a ticket type infrastructure, application, infra, hardware, and infra. Okay, so effectively you have a 3 department: infra department, hardware department, and application department. So we are going to route the tickets based on the ticket type. This is what we are going to do it. Okay, let me go to the screen. So I will open up the artifact. What I will do is I actually created one small screen. Let us take exercise. It is opening up. Sometimes it will open very slow. Okay, now I will delete everything and I'll start again. So I will delete the thing. I will delete it. Okay, now let me start with this small thing. Otherwise, better I will create a new one, not to confuse. I'm in the project. In the project, I'm going to add the new integration flow. Okay, here I will say it. Demo routing. Okay, I'm going to put the same thing here. I will say add. Already another artifact. Okay, let me take demo routing 1. Demo routing. Okay. Now, before going to the routing, because the routing will be working on based on the X path. So what I have to do, but my input will be in the JSON, right? So my initial step will be, first I am going to convert the exact JSON to XML file. JSON to XML file. Okay, so here I will do, go here, create one component called JSON to XML converter. After JSON XML is converted, second thing what we have to do is, since my input is contains many tickets, so I am going to split it. How to do the splitting, I already gave another video, you can see that. But now I'm going for a splitting. So I will create one more thing called splitter. I will say splitter. The splitter, I am going to take up the general splitter. Okay. So in the splitter properties, how to split it, I am going to give like, it is based on the X path, and X path will be based on the relative path. Relative path is tickets. Okay. So I will say // tickets. yes. Okay, I don't want any grouping. Each will have only one thing. Okay, now I will save it. Now so far so good. What I will do is, so far it is working fine or not, I am going to simulate it. I should get the splitted data correctly or not. So I will do the simulation here, start simulation and end simulation. Okay, so I will copy this file. I will put this here. Okay, and I will do the simulation. Before going to routing, I should ensure that I am getting a proper input or not. Okay, that is why I am doing the simulation. So simulation is successful. So when I come here, the body contain 5 data. Okay, all are, you can see that here, right? 1 of 5, 2 of 5, 3 of 5, 4 of 5, 5 of 5. So the tickets are splitted by ticket numbers. Now my question is, based on this type, right? This type, I am going to route it. Okay, now I am going to add a router here. So what I will do is, I will remove the simulation now. I have to slightly adjust it, so I will adjust my screen. The receiver is not required right now. Center is also not required. I will just bear with me. I will adjust for a minute. So first step is cleared and second step is okay. After the splitting, so here I have to create 3 recipients. Okay. So what I will do is I will expand this box. Now I will before okay, let me add the splitter first. Sorry, the router first. I will go here, add the router. Okay, now we are going to route it based on the ticket type. So now you have to see that routing process. Okay, so effectively router should have multiple paths along with one default path. Okay, so let me, since we have 3 different what we have 3 different types, right? Infra, hardware, application. Infra, hardware and application. So I have to have three setup. So what I will do is I will create one more end message. Okay, then I will create another end message. 3 end messages are there. Okay, now the question is, we have to connect it now. So I will connect it to this one and I will have connect to other one. Okay, so this I will name it as default, or I will say infra group. This I will make it application app. Okay, this I will make it, this is the remaining one, which I will say instead of remaining is hardware, but I will say default, just for your understanding. Okay, let me say for a minute. Okay, now it shows error because we have to define the conditions. That is what is showing the error. You can see that error here. Go to the problem section of the inflow. So enter the condition expression for sequence. So we have a 3 route, right? We have route 1, 2, 3. Okay, one we have to make it as a default. That's what it says. You see that. Enter the condition expression for route 1, route 2, route 3, and counter should have a default one also. So out of these 3, the one should be default, other we should have a condition. Okay. So what I will do is I will choose this one default section. I will select this, and I will go to processing. I will make it as a default. So no condition is required for it. So this error is gone. Now second one, I will select this route, second route. Okay, I will say it is a XML. I will say / type equal to what we called second one is the applications, right? I will say application. I will say save. So this is okay. So same thing I will say copy it. I will go to route 1. In the processing I will say equal to what was that, infra. Okay, now all are defined. So let me recap. We are going to send a message here. I will readjust it. Okay, so I am going to message here that I am going to convert JSON to XML. Then XML will be based on the XML XPath. It find out the tickets and split the tickets based on the number of tickets available. So each ticket it is going to find out the type. Based on the type, it is going to send it to a different team. Okay, so the route 1 is infra team. So I will make it as I will say infra, route to infra. Okay, these are all general description. You can't do it, just for your understanding purpose I am doing it. And this route 2 is route to app team. Okay, I will save it again. So once you define the router, it will not ask you anything. It is just, where is that? Route. Okay, router. Processing is nothing. Just keep it the default thing as it is. So this is the router properties. Each router as such it does not have any properties, but it will have multiple paths. Each path you have to define it. Each path will come under this one, right? So when you go to router, you can see that the paths defined here. Okay, so it will show you router 3, you make it as a default route. Other thing is router 2 uptime condition is based on the XML path type equal to application. Condition to infra team is based on the infra. Okay, that's it. We are done with that. Now we will simulate. So I will put a mark here, put a starting point, and I put anywhere the ending point here. Okay, now I will go here, copy my thing, I will paste it here. Now I will simulate. Simulation is successful. Okay, see, now you notice it, you receive 3 envelopes separately here. Okay, you can see that, right? After the simulation is completed, you will see one envelope on each step completion. So first one, the body, you can see that it will have the input message whatever you sent as it is, the JSON file which I copied. Second step is completed. Go to body, it is converted to XML. This step converts the JSON to XML. Now one third step is completed. You can see that it is split into 5 messages. Okay, XML is split into 5 messages. Now when you go to this envelope, it should contain the tickets of infra only. I will go here and see it contains the type infra. Okay, 5 is there infra. Okay, then I go to application, then it contains application. Third one, if you go here, then it contains hardware. You got my point? So this is how the routing will happen. When you go here, I will say this contains 5, this contains 2, it separated it. Okay, this will have, see, it contains 3 messages, right? Forgot. So you have if you can see that in our input we have infra is 3 tickets, right? 1, 3 and 5. So you can see that here you have 3 tickets, 5, 3 and 1. Okay, second you have only one, you have application 2, and router 3 is by default. Whatever the missing out or thing which will come in the default, which is the hardware for us. Okay, that's it. This is how the routing will be implemented in the CPI. Hope this session will be useful for you in your project, and please comment with your remarks, any questions, and any other topic you want to cover along with that. Please provide us with I will prepare an answer for you and update you. Okay. Thank you so much.